Welcome to Snooty Podcast.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Snooty Lounge Podcast, and this is a special episode. I'm at Lee County High School. I'm actually somewhere where I always kind of wanted to be at, in the locker room. And I got a big dog, Matthew, man. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. Appreciate it.
So you know I got my handy dandy iPhone, aka notebook, so I gotta punch you in right. Ranked top 5 in the region in 4 different categories. Number 5 in the region in points scored, 416. Number 1 in field goals made in the region. Number two, y'all, in double figures. Ranked top 15 in 5A in 3 categories. Let me go and start listening out. Number 12 in rebounds, 7.3. I like rebounds. Number 8 in field goals made. You know, you doing that pop like KG. I know you got you. I know it's 15 for the art, no, bro. 169. Number 7 in the state. Not just in the state. We talking about all of it. All of Georgia. Number 7 in the state in double doubles. Offers Beeville State, Andrew College, Southwestern CC, Albany Tech. And my favorite stat that he got, 3.2 GPA, dual enrolled in Albany Tech, 12 credit hours by the end of the year, man. So when you hear all those awards I just listed, like, what comes to your mind, like when you hear all that stuff about you?
Most importantly, that stuff about my academics. 3.2 GPA. I'm already dual enrolled, so I'm getting ahead in my college courses, stuff like that. So that's exciting because I know once I graduate from high school, I won't have that far to go. So I get to closer I get to working on my major, which is kinesiology.
So before I say that again?
Kinesiology.
Well, I'm gonna have to ask you about that. We had to break that down, but
physical therapy, man.
Okay, all right, man.
Physical therapy, bro.
So before I actually get into the basketball questions, what's your favorite subject?
Like school?
In school, yeah.
I always been like a math geek.
I was in the math club. I was in the math club. I showed
math and history.
History.
So
what historical event pops up in your mind right now? Like what's an event that pops up?
Man, Middle Passage.
Yeah, okay.
Middle Passage, man. It's how people of my color got here.
Yeah.
It's part of my heritage and all that kind of stuff. So that was interesting to learn about. Just see how we even got here.
AKA Black History should be every month, every year, every day. So let's go ahead and how I like to do it when I first chop it up with somebody, try to work my way on up chronologically. So you from Albany, Georgia?
Yes.
So what side, what side you grew up on when you was in the
Man, I don't really get into it. Okay. I try not to get into all that, man, but I guess you say west side or,
For sure. So I heard from some sources that, when you had a job growing up, I heard you used to sweep hair at a beauty salon.
Yeah.
So run me about that. So tell me about your first employment, doing a little work, man.
So my dad used to own a barber shop for like 20-something years. Elevation Barber Shop is over on East Broad Avenue. Sure. So it was his shop. I grew up, just riding up there on Saturdays, sitting in the barber shop all day. My dad would be cutting. Man, just, I don't know, man, it was always fun for me doing that. So, hey, man, just put a broom in my hand, man. I'm up there all them hours, so hey, just.
So just working. So who introduced you to basketball? Who put the basketball in your hand?
I say, I don't really know if anybody introduced me to it. I just kind of something I just tried one time. I started playing at Sherwood, bro.
Okay.
So I started there and I just kind of just fell in love with it, man. And I was actually, pretty good, for my age. So I just picked it up from there and just kept on going.
So were you always like the big man of the team, or did you ever run the one like growing up? Like or were you always?
I mean, back then, when you're that young, you don't really classify a big man and all that stuff. Everybody's trying to be able to dribble the ball.
Yeah.
If you can dribble, you can shoot, you play. So, my natural skills were just a little more advanced than some other guys. So, like I said, man, just something I just fell in love with, and my parents saw my passion for it. They saw my gift for it, and they just pushed me towards it. And I just kept on going, man. It's always been something I love to do.
So who was the one who was pushing you forward? Like, you remember the movie He Got Game when Denzel making Ray Allen do all that stuff? Who was that person for you?
Yeah, I got a story for that. So it kind of just happened organically. Like I started off playing football, basketball, baseball, year round.
Yeah.
So I remember it was one particular time, maybe I was like 7. I was at a baseball game, and man, I was playing like I didn't want to be there. Like, you know, it was, I don't know, I didn't play very well. So, but the story behind that is, I had basketball practice right afterwards. And I was thinking, hey man, I'm missing basketball practice by being at this baseball game. So just off of that, my parents were like, okay, he don't really love baseball, he loves basketball. Right. And by that time, I had stopped playing football for a minute. My dad, I know he used to coach me, so he kind of got out of Little League coaching. You know, that's my dad. You know, so I just kind of stopped playing for a minute. And I don't know, just basketball just came about organically, man. It's my favorite, my top sport. You know, what I put a lot of time into.
So who were some of the players you looked up to, you know, kind of when you first started playing? Who were some of the players you just really followed?
Depends on what you're talking about. I mean, you talking about around here or?
Like NBA.
NBA? Yeah. Zach Randolph.
Okay, what about this game that you like the most? Like,
hey, man.
That's a good shout for you, though. That's a good shot.
Okay, so just to clear the air, I am a LeBron fan, so okay, just forget that. Okay. But as far
is he the GOAT?
Yeah. Oh, he's my GOAT. He's my GOAT for sure. I mean, that's just me.
I'm gonna ask about that later on.
That's just me. But my mom used to tell me, when you sitting there watching the game, find somebody you can steal from and add it to your game. So when you watch the game, don't just watch for the highlights and all that kind of stuff. Actually see what you can learn. See if it's something that they do on the court you can apply to your game, man. And obviously he was a lefty, so I just love how he just played bully ball, man. That just appealed to me in a way.
Ooh, something special. I'm a lefty too, so I know it was something about you like that. Okay.
Oh, right now, my favorite player to watch out of just basketball, Kenny Lofton Jr. Do y'all research on Kenny Lofton Jr.? Another lefty, plays bully ball. I watched a lot of his film, a lot of his highlights, and I take a lot from his game, just added to mine, man. So.
When was the first time you tried out for a basketball team?
Oof. Tried out.
Like tried out for the team, you had to legit earn your keep.
Okay, so 3rd grade, I tried out, we got elementary school ball around here, so I tried out at Lincoln. I didn't make the team.
You went to Lincoln too?
Yep.
Yeah, I went to Lincoln.
And guess what? I didn't make the team.
What?
3rd grade.
So what did the coach tell you something, or it was just, what do you think was wrong with your game at that time?
I mean, I don't know, man. I just didn't make the team, bro. Part of it was we used to have like 30 players on the team. Like I swear to you, listen, I swear we used to have like 30 players on the team. We used to have a lot of players on the team, man. So I guess I kind of just like little 3rd grader. Right. You know, you had a bunch of, when you're that young, it's about who's bigger and who's taller. Right. Yeah. And then you got these 5th graders walking around that's already, 5'7", 5'8". Man, I walk around, I'm a little 3rd grader, little chunky 3rd grader, man.
Hey, I got a question. I seen when you posted your last photo when you did your 15 and out, you had a kid picture with 2 other kids in the picture. Who are the kids in the picture?
Right, so it was a couple of them on there.
Yeah.
It was Braden and Cam, man.
So y'all been, since y'all were kids on the same team?
Man, from the beginning.
How did that, when did y'all first meet?
We met in 4th grade.
Right. At Lincoln?
No.
Okay.
No. As a matter of fact, we all went to, Cam went to Lincoln with me.
Right, okay.
And Braden went to Lake Park. So for sure. So we ended up playing travel ball together one summer. Okay. Coach Mark West. Okay. He was over I think the sports and stuff at the YMCA at the time. And we would come up, we all played at the Y first before all this. That's where we all got our start. And he just decided he was going to coach a Go Hard team, for Georgia Go Hard team one summer, and he just pulled us 3 together, and it's been growing from there ever since, man. I think that's where we all kind of found our true love for the game. Right around 4th grade, that's when we all started like, okay, we love basketball. This is what we want to do.
For sure. So I'm gonna speed up a little bit, but let's skip middle school. What middle school you played at though?
Lee West.
Lee West. All right. So you from Albany, but we at Lee County, and we in Leesburg right now. How did the decision of you going to Lee County High and not Westover, Doherty, Monroe back in Albany?
I don't know, man. Just Coach Davis.
Okay.
Coach Davis.
That's honestly what I wanted you to say.
He is. I've always been coming around. I was in maybe like 2nd or 3rd grade, and I would come to the games a lot. You know, he always see me around, and he just told me one day, man, just come to our workout. Come watch our workout one time. Then that went from not just coming to the workout, hey, come get in the workout. You know, the team, we know they be doing weightlifting and stuff like that, man. So I just always gravitated to the style, you know, that Lee County plays. It's been the same culture all these years, you know, so it's not about who we have now. It's not about me or anybody else that's here now. You know, it's about the people that were before us, man. This was established before us, so I just always gravitated to the way that they play, you know, and just, you know, how he coaches players and all that stuff. So I just wanted to, it's, you know, kind of just a place I want to be.
You know, y'all, this is Snoot Lines Podcast. Shout out to everybody who's viewing this, and I'm with the main man, Mr. Matthew. But I kind of want to talk about Coach Davis. I call him behind the mill Coach Davis, because, you know, he is from behind the mill. So what about his coaching style that just gravitated to you when you actually was on the team, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, doing your 4-year ride with him?
I said the fact that he cared about your well-being.
Okay, yeah.
He cared about you, how you were outside of basketball. You know, how you carried yourself around the building, how you just went about doing things in society. So he's always been a guy to try to pour into that part, you know, even as much as the basketball, you know, portion of it. So, you know, I've always liked that about him. So
one of my Snooty crew fans wanted to ask you this question. How do you articulate yourself so well? Like when we did the interview, like, you know, very candid, a lot of comments saying like, you know, very smart, articulate, how you got your words out. So where does that come from?
I don't know, man. Just God just gave me a gift to be able to, you know, be pretty intelligent, you know. So I thank him for that. And I've always been like a talker.
Yeah. So do you talk smack on the court, or are you kind of polite, like, you know, what's the game on the court?
I'm kind of quiet. Yeah, I don't really.
Like Tim Duncan quiet?
Nah, not quite that.
Okay.
Quiet, like,
so somebody agitating you gonna say something about it?
I mean, not necessarily, man. I just play the game.
Yeah.
I just play the game. I put in a lot of work, and when I step on the court, I'm actually very confident. You know, and I got that towards the end of my high school years. Really, I'll say my senior year. Okay. It's when I really became confident, like very, very confident in my abilities and things like that. And that just came from the amount of hours that I put in, man. I just put in a whole lot of work, a whole lot of time in the gym, a whole lot of time in the weight room, transforming my body, you know, things like that. So when I step on the court, I know it's not very many people who have worked as much as I have. So that's just, you know, kind of just a chip, you know, I have on my shoulder when I step on the court. So when you know, then it's really, at that point, it's really nothing nobody can say to you, right? You know, to get you off your game. So for sure, So before I get to the senior year, is there any game, you know, through 9th through 12th grade, is there any game that pops up in your mind before I start diving into some games that I want to talk about? Before 12th grade?
Or any game, it don't matter, 12th, 9th?
I'll say my 10th grade year, my sophomore year, we were in the state playoffs, the Elite 8 round. We played at Blessed Trinity up in Atlanta. I'll say that game right there changed the trajectory of my career.
Why is that?
Because it's kind of where it's kind of like where the birth of this like passion, you know, that I show on the court sometimes. That's kind of where that got, you know, that's kind of where that started. They had like a big 6'10" kid. Okay. And at that point, man, we got like 9 seniors on the team, like 4 or 5 of them are, you know, bigs down low. So, and I was just a 10th grade at the time, so like I had a lot of people in front of me to, you know, sit back and learn from. But it was just that game, man. That week, I was actually on the scout team, man. You know, humble beginnings. You know, it ain't always, you know, I ain't always been out front, man. You know, I had to sit back behind some people, learn, you know, just stay locked in and actually grow. So that week, I was the scout on the scout team, and I portrayed the big guy. You know, and I had a really good week on scout, and it came time for game time that week. And they said, hey, we're gonna need you to play. Yeah. We're gonna need you to play. If you do nothing but irritate them, we just need you to play. And I went in, I actually had a, you know, pretty solid game, man. You know, I was a really good contributor to that game. And I felt really good after that game. Probably the best I felt up until that point.
You know how you performed that game specifically, or like what number that?
I just really locked in on what my assignment was, and that was just to play.
Yeah. So, okay, a game I want to dive into was the last year playoff game. I think it went into overtime. I think Josiah was there. It was an overtime, you know, all that type of game. So I think to me that was the most potent atmosphere that I remember, in my opinion, of a game. So, what memories do you have of that game?
It was deep. It was deep, man. It was everybody.
I could barely even try to record the game.
I don't know. I just remember the very live atmosphere. You know, like you mentioned. That was a real playoff atmosphere against a really, really good team in Riverwood, who I felt like we should have went and beat, but that's personal opinion. But
Braden put up that last shot that could have sent it back to the overtime.
Yeah, but they had a really good team last year. They had a couple guards that could really go.
One of them had, I forgot his name, but one threw up 40 something. Yeah.
Man, he was a dog, man. But we still fought hard that game. We still gave ourselves a chance to win. And I remember Josiah hitting the shot to send us to overtime. And I thought that was very clutch, man. So shout out to Big Joe, man.
Yeah, shout out to Joe. I don't post too many stories, as a post, I would post some stories, but that game specifically is on my IG. Like, that game is one of my most favorite games I ever covered. So, from 11th grade to 12th grade, you trade Josiah for Cam. So how was it when, your partner from here is actually about to be your teammate here at Lee, man? Like, that's lit, bro.
I mean, just the thought of it was, of course, it was automatically appealing to me. Just the thought of having him back here.
Any recruitments? Like, did you try to sneak him over here?
Nah, man. Nah, bro. Nah. But I was glad to have him come back. It felt good. Man, it just the thought of us being back together and playing on the same team. If anybody else with me, they wouldn't turn it down either.
So how was this journey going through these playoffs? It's your last year here, and once you take the jersey off after the last game, that's it. So how was it your senior year and just going through the journey one last time?
The journey, I say this year, the journey I really soaked in. I really just took a minute to just really soak in, my situation and my circumstances, and my relationship with God, it became a whole lot stronger, man, because I remember where I started, and I just thought about I'm here, in a position, in a leadership position on my team, to really contribute and be a huge factor and be a big contributor. So I was just grateful for that, and I just soaked it all in. I just soaked in every minute of it. I didn't take a single moment for granted, no matter what round. So we got to the Final Four, man, and it was, something that a lot of teams couldn't do, man. A lot of teams couldn't even make it to the playoffs, bro. So just the fact that we were there, to sit there, and be able to fight, for another one, it didn't go our way, but, we fought hard. I'm just proud of my team, proud of my coaches, man.
Another thing that I do like from you and all the players that's in Westover, y'all all keep up with each other on Facebook. If somebody posting, y'all commenting, showing support and love and all that. So how did it feel being able to beat all of them this year? You beat Westover, Doherty, and Monroe this year. So any smack talk you want to give to them one last time? Or what's up?
Nah, bro, man. It's all love, man. It's all love between those guys. A lot of them, if I sat here and I just wrote out a list, and it was guys from every team that I played with at some point, whether it was football, basketball, baseball, just around the city, you'd be surprised. You probably say I'm lying, because that list would probably be.
So you like Shaquille O'Neal? Shaquille O'Neal say he played with everybody every year.
That list would be probably about 50, 60 names.
Oh, wow.
Easy.
Gracious.
I mean, that's just how much we all were around, man. So, and one thing I hate is the narratives that people try to create.
Right.
25 and 30 years old trying to create a narrative between some teenage guys, man. Like, why? Yeah. Man, we got nothing but love for each other.
Was there any school you specifically wanted to beat the most out of those three, or it didn't matter?
I'm a competitor, man. So I'm gonna look at I'm gonna treat everybody the same. Not gonna.
So you have no. So you feel like you have no rival school. Is it any? So everybody the same type.
I don't have a rival school.
Right. Okay.
They can create. That people on the outside they can create a rivalry if they want to. I mean, I never really saw a rivalry. I just just wanted to go out and compete. And it just felt good knowing I was competing against some good guys on the other side. So it forced me to bring my A game. So when I show up, that let me know that I can't take this game off. So it was just good knowing that, man. I appreciated it.
Yeah. So when you made that last post of 15 in the outpost, what was the feelings and the emotion when you had to actually make that post?
Thank God. thank God. I wasn't too sad or nothing like that. I was just more appreciative than anything, man. I was appreciating all the people who had poured to me, poured into me, throughout my journey. My parents, my coaches, people who have become my family over the years. I was just more appreciative than anything, man. I could just, that list would be, twice as long as, a list I was talking about, man. So, just appreciative.
I'm proud of you, man, for real. So, if somebody would have asked you, like, what is Lee County basketball? What is that? What is Lee County basketball?
It's hard-nosed basketball. It's gritty. It's grimy. It's gonna take a lot out of you. It's gonna force you to be challenged both mentally and physically. But I say the mental part is what you have to have in order to be able to play, Lee County basketball with the kind of brand that we play. So if you have your mental together, man, you can play here. You can play.
So what's some of your what is your most fondest memory? It don't even have to be basketball. It can be anything. What is your most fondest memory here at Trojan Nation School?
I'll probably say the bond that we created my sophomore year from those guys from on that team. That was probably the most tight-knit team I've ever been a part of, probably ever. Okay. So
what made it so? What made that so tight-knit? What made that one so?
Everybody was willing to put everything personal to the side just for the sake of the whole. Like everybody was just wanted to win. We didn't care about rankings. We didn't care about anything. Not that anybody else on the other team did, but just that team, they were just really down to earth, really humble, man. And you put all those kind of personalities together, man, and we just wanted to win, and we just found ways to win. We trusted each other.
For sure. And speaking of family, like your mom showed so much support, man. She reshared, reposted, and all that. So what does it mean for you? To have the support of your mom, your pops, all that family love. I know, man. I'm a mama's boy too, so
I'm so grateful for that because I know that's something that not very many people have. Right. So I'm just grateful to God that he gave me parents that are supportive. Just gave me a great support system. My sister, my grandmother, especially my grandmother, man. My grandmother probably saw me play more this year than probably any other year, bro. So I just, like every game she was there, I look up there and see her in the stands, bro. I just, like everything was good for me, man. I just want to go out there and play hard.
Quick question, man. Would you rather score 70 points, 5 rebounds, or would you rather have a 20-20-20?
20-20-20. Okay. It shows that I'm versatile.
Versatile, okay.
I'm an all-around guy. 70 points is 70 points, but that's just personal opinion, man.
So now I kind of want to. Okay, I'm gonna ask one more question about Lee County. So, how do I want to ask this? Matter of fact, let's just transition because I kind of want to get some of your NBA takes. Because I know I kind of want to get some NBA takes. So, the most pressing one, I know it just happened, but the Luka and Anthony Davis trade. So, what was your feeling, or what is your assessment of that trade?
Hey man, I'm a LeBron fan, so obviously we with the Lakers right now. But, I guess I was just puzzled like everybody else, man. I ain't know how to really process it. Feel like I got traded. Bro, how you trade Anthony Davis, man?
I agree. And a lot of people be faulting like AD is like some chips or something like that. But bro was a DPOY. He kind of had injury buzz, but not the last 2 years. Bro been balling.
Production the last 2 years is more like that 2020 version when they won the championship.
In my personal, you can tell me if I'm wrong or I'm tripping. Anthony Davis, healthy, best power forward to ever grace the court. That's my betting KG, betting TD. If he's healthy and he on that court, bro, best power forward to ever grace it, man. Give me top 2 or 3 of your power forwards.
We count the larger one.
He's a 5. He's a 5, man.
But listen, man, the way he moved.
It ain't his fault that most of them centers back in the day was still.
That's true. All right. So I give you, AD is in there. I'm not gonna put it in any order, but I got to give you top 3.
Okay.
AD.
Right.
I don't care what anybody say. Tim Duncan won a senior. He won a center. He won a center, bro.
Thank you.
Power
Agreed.
forward.
Agreed.
Power forward.
Right,
So
agreed.
Tim Duncan, AD. Hey,
So,
man.
I know.
I gotta go Zebo, man. Zach Randolph.
Okay. Shout out to Zebo. So I know you say you're a LeBron fan and all that. So what do you see the Lakers ceiling for this year? Like, realistically?
I feel like
WCF?
I'm impressed with how far they've come now because they're number 2 in the West right now. They're playing great. So I'm just worried about if they can sustain it or not. Because I feel like right now, people are just struggling trying to figure them out.
Right.
Because you got 2 masterminds like Luka and LeBron on the court at the same time. Man, that's hard to figure out on the fly. Like in the middle of the season. So, yeah. Just like we're shocked, I think other teams are shocked too because
I would never ever trade. I wouldn't do it for Giannis. I wouldn't do it for Tatum. I wouldn't Tatum and Jalen.
you gotta think in the long run, man, you're gonna need a guy like AD.
Right.
You know, Jackson Hayes is good, but you need a guy like AD in it.
Yeah, he can run the 4 or the 5, he can shoot the shot, facilitate. Was a point guard when he was in JIT, grew up, got some inches and all that. Yeah, for sure. So, how critical do you think coaching is? And like, if you gave me a scale, the coaching aspect and the players playing on the court aspect, like, what is the percentage level on that? 50-50 or what's up?
Got to be 2 different scales because both of them have to be maxed out because they have to meet each other at, somewhere. One can't slack off.
Right.
So I think if you just give me 2 different scales and both of them maxed out, that's how you get it done.
Okay, so let me go ahead and go to my phone and act like I'm doing some research right quick. So what colleges what's up, man? Like, what college, man? Like, you gonna break this hill? Like,
I'm not cracking. I'm not cracking right now. Still deciding, still, trying to figure out, the best fit for me right now.
So if you can answer this question though, like, what is on your requirements of choosing the college you're gonna choose though?
I want them, they have to have my major because the thing about it, I don't want to go to college and be wasting any years.
Right.
Taking things that's not going to help me. So, kinesiology, exercise science, anything along that way. So, have to have my major. I want them to be in an environment where I can prosper and grow as not only a player but as a person, because that's a big thing for me too. Because the ball gonna stop bouncing one day.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you
first person who ever said that in an interview.
Bro,
wow.
you got to make sure that you're a high level person at the end of the day, bro.
Okay.
Because
wow.
basketball ain't fair.
Right. And now I was gonna make a joke, say I knew what college you're gonna go to, but I'm gonna go ahead and let that slide. And you say you don't play video games. What is Matthew doing when he's not dribbling the basketball? Like, what are you doing? You shopping? Like, trip? Like, what we doing? What we doing, Matthew?
I'm a country boy at heart, man.
Okay.
I'm a country boy at heart. You may just see me one day. I got boots and a cowboy hat on. And I credit a lot of that to my mom's side. Shout out to Tryon, Alabama, man. Tryon, Alabama.
Where is that?
Exactly.
Is it like off the cut up the highway? Like, is it just off of Smart? Like Albany? We gotta get off.
It's right outside of Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay.
Huntsville, Madison, that area. I credit a lot of my country ways to them because that's nothing but country. So, going there and spending time. My grandparents are there. All the rest of my mom's side are there. So.
What's some of your memories you have over there, growing up over there, man? That's probably had some good, tussle with the cousin, got acclimated, eating, stealing food, drinks, and all stuff like that.
I probably say.
I'm talking about cookouts, like taking
My most fondest memories are probably just going outside. Imagine you go outside, you get on the 4-wheeler, it's acres and acres of land. Crank it up and just go. It's good, just go, man. It's no, you know what I'm saying? It's like, there's no limit anyway. Just ride forever. That's all you see is open field. That's kind of like mind clearing. So that's always fun. I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. It's more than people think. So that, and I probably say just visiting my family, bro. My mom's side of the family is one of a kind. I bet you have to have some thick skin to be able to.
Okay.
But see, like if you are part of the family, you see the humor in everything.
Right.
So us, we just sit, we think everything funny.
Yeah.
So one of my funny uncles may cuss you out, but we sit over there laughing because we think it's funny. Like we just see the humor in everything. I'm glad that's part of my, personality as a person because, I don't want to be uptight all the time, man. Like I just think a lot of stuff funny, man.
Yeah. For real. So now I gotta ask this question. You said LeBron the GOAT. Actually, I agree with you. So just in case of somebody who looking at this don't agree with you, build a case right quick. Build a case. Help us out.
That's all I've seen. Like, I grew up on LeBron. I'm not finna sit here and say I know, the feeling of Kobe playing in the game because I didn't see Kobe until the tail end of his career. We all know how that was. That was filled with injury and all that type of stuff. He's on the downswing. And of course, I haven't seen Jordan play at all.
Right. Just YouTube videos and all that. You hear probably your uncle saying that he the GOAT, stuff like that.
I'm not gonna rely on that, bro. So I just say LeBron's the GOAT.
Can somebody take LeBron's spot? Is there anybody who you see playing or doing anything currently that has the opportunity to take his spot? No.
It'll be in a different form.
Okay.
It'll be in a different form. It'll be in a different way, with a different impact.
I see them shake his head back. I see you shake your head back there too, now.
Hey, man, I don't think anybody can touch it. Like all three of those guys are unique in their own way. We walk around here saying Mamba mentality because of one person. That's Kobe Bryant. Right. We think we can do a lot of things that we do on the court because of Michael Jordan because he did it first. The only reason anybody shoots a turnaround jump shot right now, a fadeaway and just try to work on that is because of Jordan. Yeah. So
What's your favorite shot?
Depends on what I'm getting into, man. That free throw line jump shot. Okay. Because really anything from the free throw line because I feel like once I get there, I put a whole lot of work into my craft around that area. Anything in the free throw line area, mid post, either side. So once I get right there, I feel like I can do whatever I want to do.
Just thought about this. Out of all those accolades I named at the beginning, which one do you feel is your favorite or the best one? If you need me to, I can pull it back up for you. I can pull it back up. I got it.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I have a favorite. I just feel like all of them were impactful.
Facts.
I'm just glad that I was able to get to the point where I can be able to say some of those things. But I don't really get too focused on that, man. I just try to play a game the right way, and that just obviously took me to being able to have those accolades. So.
Oh, I can't see you getting a tech, man. I just can't see you getting a tech on the court. I just can't see it. But I want to give a shout out to my dog Nine behind the cam and my dog Larry too, man. Real talk, man. I really appreciate y'all for this. But I'm gonna let you go with this one last question. And you kind of been answering it the whole interview, but I just want to ask you one last time to wrap this up in a bow. So if somebody asks yourself like, who is Matthew? Like, who is you? Like, how would you explain to somebody who you are?
I'm a hard worker. I feel like, I love being an underdog because I feel like, that's just, once I get, once I rise to the top, it just makes it feel, that much better, because, the fact that you thought I couldn't get there. Right. So I enjoy being an underdog. I'm a hard worker. I love my family. I love God, man. God is the reason why I'm here. So, man, I just, Really, I should have said God first, bro, because that's just the ultimate reason I'm here. I wouldn't be here without him, so that's just.
Yeah, the only advice I have for you is lock, ski, power, man. Lock, ski, power, man. Keep God first. It's Matthew, man, on Snod's podcast, man, and we out.
That's it, bro.
You did great, bro. That was great.